here actually in Lisbon, first time joining here to discuss the future of IQ protocol and Parsec. And people are asking what is the next for IQ protocol, what is the next big thing for Parsec. Well, let's start, for example, with IQ protocol, because it is far from its final form. A lot of different things that we are attaching to IQ protocol just now, and even I would say that the protocol itself, it should be only the part of the larger IQ vision that will be consolidated under the movement that will be known as IQ Labs. And even I would say that we can speak about the IQ Launchpad, where the IQ protocol was just provide the tokenomics for companies that want to be blockchain but don't know how to tokenize their business, and we will provide for them all the necessary stuff from the tokenomics that will connect balanced version between normal utility tokenomics of their business and all the whistles and bells like staking, like liquidity pools that will be available for those companies from just day zero of launch. So, and this is a really great vision of how IQ protocol can evolve, and let's see how it will evolve. And now about Parsec, and particularly ParseQL, because it is under heavy development. A lot of interesting things happens there. The complete reworking of the runtime that will allow do really magical things, even incorporate some machine learning functions to it, and even if we are speaking about the distinction from other approaches how to work with data, the ParseQL provides a really novelty way how to replay the history of the state machine, how really EVM creates its own effect, how it applies it to the state of Ethereum. And if we will compare, for example, with Google BigQuery or other relational databases that contains a huge information from blockchain, if you are trying to analyze evolving data, it is completely nightmare when you are trying to do it with SQL things, with windowing functions, and it is even better to sometimes to create a program on non-SQL language and incorporate just data from the database, and then automate all the analysis in non-SQL language. But the ParseQL itself allows you to grab all the history, smoothly replay it, and create all the necessary support functions, support data during the execution. For example, one of interesting examples that recently were tested on our concepts, it's just replaying the history of Uniswap version trees, how liquidity pairs, how liquidity pools were added to Uniswap 3, how different positions was added, what is the profitability of these positions, how this profitability evolved over time, and really to analyze this with SQL-like language. I cannot imagine the effort what need to be, but with ParseQL it's just trivial.